Let's start with verse 841. Here, Allah speaks about the distribution of war gains. A fifth of all the booty from war is to be dedicated to Allah, the Messenger, and others like orphans, the needy, and travelers. This wasn't just about dividing spoils. It was about supporting the community, those who serve the cause of Islam, and those in need. Ali Yuno, a well-known scholar, shares that this division prepares the hearts of the believers to accept the distribution of war gains, showing that even the Prophet, peace be upon him, used his share for the service of others. In fact, the Prophet, peace be upon him, lived humbly, spending his own wealth to spread Islam and taking nothing for himself. His first wife, Khadija's wealth, was spent entirely for the cause of Islam. Now let's move to verse 842, where Allah describes the moment before the famous Battle of Badr. The Muslims and the Meccan army had no idea where each other were, but Allah brought them together at the wells of Badr, and though the Meccan caravan escaped, the battle unfolded exactly as Allah had planned. Yahya Emmerich explains how this convergence, without modern technology, was purely Allah's will. Allah reassures the believers. In verse 843, He showed the disbelievers to the Prophet, but, as fewer in number, encouraging the Muslims. Had the Prophet, but, seen them as many, the companions might have hesitated or become discouraged. Anwar al-Bayan explains this as a divine mercy. It shows that Allah knows our hearts. He strengthens the hearts of the believers and gives us the courage to face difficult situations. Moving on to verse 846, Allah reminds us of the importance of patience, perseverance, and obedience. When you meet a force, be firm and remember Allah often. He says these qualities, patience, remembering Allah, and obeying His commands, are the keys to success, both in battle and in life. Yahya Emmerich further explains that obedience to Allah and His Messenger keeps the believers united and strengthens them in the face of challenges. Verses 848 to 851 take a deeper turn, reminding us of the deceptive tactics of Satan. When the two armies were about to meet, Satan promised the disbelievers victory, but as soon as the battle began, he fled, realizing he had no control. This highlights that Satan can never be a true ally, and those who disbelieve will face the consequences of their actions in the hereafter, as Allah has power over all. In verse 849, Allah warns the hypocrites and those who question the strength of faith. Their religion misleads them. They say, but those who trust in Allah are protected and guided. Yusuf Ali points out that these verses urge Muslims to stand firm against their enemies and serve as a deterrent to others who may try to harm Islam. Finally, in verse 8 hours 60 minutes, Allah encourages the believers to prepare their strength for the sake of Allah. This includes every means of power, whether physical or spiritual.